everybody, I'm Ateya Rich, and I thank you guys so much for joining me today on this cooking video. If you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, you know you get all the sneak peeks there first. And today I decided, let me see how I can put this. Okay, so last week, a couple weeks ago, for the holidays, my in-laws came into town. So I just borrowed Divas Can Cook. I love you, Monique. If you follow her, I'll make sure I put her information at the bottom of the screen. Her recipes are bomb and they're good and they're yummy. So my in-laws was in town, so I decided to do her cake recipe on the Italian cream cake. And I posted it on Instagram and it came out great. So today I decided to do them in cupcake form because it is playoffs and I did them as a little football and it came out amazing. But I want to give you guys a little tip that I did differently. Now, Monique's recipe says use cake flour. When I did her cake, I used regular flour because someone told me you could just shift it and it's just the same. And that may be true, but let me tell you guys something. When I use regular flour versus today using the cake flour, I can tell the difference. Like, I definitely can tell the difference between regular flour and cake flour. My batter was just totally different. So if it says cake flour, in my opinion, from here on out, I'm going to use cake flour. So once again, Monique, thank you for this yummy recipe. I did it in cupcakes, like I said before, and it came out really, really, really good. But let me tell you guys something. That cake is amazing. So definitely, if you use this recipe, go ahead and use it as a cake as well. It was very good. But again, flour versus cake flour. For me, cake flour, hands down, do your thing, use it. So, on today, that's what I did. I'm ready to go see, who playing today? The Steelers beat up on somebody. Nope, I'm a Texas fan. Texans or the Cowboys, that's me all day. But hey, I just love it all. So, this is the cupcake I made today. I want to make sure you take out the pictures. I told you guys it was yummy, so let's get right into it. Check it out.
So let's preheat the oven at 325. Please bear with me. I had to do everything by myself today. My help was at a playoff game. Okay, and these are all the ingredients I'm going to use today. I'm so happy I was able to get my hands on some Mexican vanilla. It was so good. Swan's Down is the best cake flour ever. And I'm going to use these little football baking cups. So cute. So this is the recipe for the cake. And this is the recipe for the icing. I'm only going to use half of this recipe, and you will see why at the end. What a disaster. So first I'm going to do the egg whites and egg yolks. This is my second time doing this and it's still a task. I know there are other simpler ways to do this, but for right now, this is how I'm doing it. So have one bowl for your egg whites, one for the egg yolks, and we're going to set that to the side. So let's get started. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of butter shortening, 1/2 cup of butter, and 2 cups of white sugar. Please make sure that these are to room temperature or softened. The softer, the better. So now we're going to take the egg yolks and we're going to add to the mixture, add one at a time. And it's so weird because just like Monique's video, I tried to do one at a time and 2 fell in. So don't worry about that. If that happens, it's all going to a great cause. So let's just keep blending. And this is how it will look. So we're going to set that to the side, and in another bowl we're going to take 2 cups of cake flour and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm going to take 1 cup of cake flour and sift it, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda and sift it, and then I'm going to do our last 1 cup of cake flour and sift that. So cake, baking soda, cake. So then we're going to mix that really well. So now you need 1 cup of buttermilk. We're not going to add this all into the yellow mixture. We're going to take turns. Buttermilk, flour mixture, and blend. And again, buttermilk, flour, and blend. Once you get to the end, just make sure that you flip it and do flour and then buttermilk. You always want your buttermilk to be the last thing you put into your mixture. And this is the ending. All the buttermilk is into the batter. And just blend that very well. Now let's add 1.5 cups of coconut and 3 teaspoons of vanilla. And let's fold that into the batter. Now we're going to take those egg whites and we're going to blend very well. If I were you, I'll put it on high speed. This takes a while. For me, it took like 2 minutes because you want to get foamy white. And this is the consistency that I want. So now we're going to add the egg white mixture to the batter. And just fold that in. Now let's add to the baking cups. So we're going to add the batter to the baking cups. And before I can get them to the oven, this is what happens. Yep, they all fell to the floor. I had plans for this other batter, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's do this one more time. So let's add the mixture to the baking cups and we're gonna bake them for 25 minutes. And they're all done. So now let's make the icing. I'm making half of this recipe. So I'm going to use 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/2 stick of butter, and 2 cups of confectioner's sugar. And again, make sure everything is softened or to room temperature. Because as you can see, this gave me a little trouble. But don't worry, I'm going to make it happen. So now I'm just folding it, making it soft. So I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla and I'm going to blend that. So now to the mixture, add 1/2 cups of pecans and 1/2 cups of coconut. So I didn't like the consistency of this mixture, so I decided to blend it to thin it out. Much better. Now I'm going to add the icing onto the cupcakes. And for extra little something, I'm going to add some more pecans and some more coconut. And we are all done. Yummy. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. And again, thanks Monique for this great recipe. If you guys use this recipe, make sure you give Monique a shout out. Her recipes are amazing. So I'll see you guys on the next video. And oh my gosh, check out these bloopers. I couldn't get it together today. Thanks.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ateya Rich, and I thank you guys so much for joining me today on the cooking video. So what's up, everybody? I'm Ateya Rich. So what's up, everybody? My name is Ateya Rich, and I thank you guys so much for joining me today on this